How many do you have one solo producer that you works on yourself, or do you produce your own music?
That record was all a bunch of like random free BeatStar beats and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, just
Okay.
like I will do that sometimes. It's like because there's like often like free beats and stuff because producers just want people to put to like use their stuff if they're
Hmm.
whatever. Um, so that's mostly what that project was just like I'll just download free beats off BeatStars and like keep them to like play with later on, and if something comes of it, it does, and um, or if I like, and then if I have to like buy the lease for them later on because I need the full version or
Yeah.
something, then I'll go down that route. But yeah, that one was just like I don't. I recorded that one myself. I mixed it. I engineered it. Cody James ended up doing like a mix on it.
Right.
But like I recorded all those vocals myself and just like did them at home pretty quick and easy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I saw a post that you just put up recently, like probably like 3 weeks ago or so. Um, it featured a verse with Kota the friend.
Oh, Coda the friend.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll just let you tell the story.
Yeah. So Coda's a dope artist from New York.
Yeah.
And I had come across him because a friend of mine actually was like, I try to find out who people listen to that they find some relation to my music with other people that they listen to.
Yeah.
And so Coda came up a few times, so I've been following him for maybe a year or two now.
Okay.
And he last time I was in New York, I was doing an event, and I messaged him and was like, "Yo, you should come through this event." Like we were doing this like activation with Wingstop and Coke. And I was like, they had brought me down to basically like get people to like freestyle
Right.
over these beats that we had. So I had messaged him and was like, "Yo, there's this thing going on, be dope if you come through." Obviously, it's lost in the unread messages. But then he announced a tour and he's doing a Toronto date, and I was like, okay, I gotta figure something out to
Yeah.
like connect with him when he's in the city. And then he had posted that open verse challenge to
Mhm.
get, because I guess like looking for local artists to add to the bill for the tour to like play at their hometown show. So he opened up that verse challenge. And that was he announced it on a Wednesday. We were shooting the first half of the Grow Up music video, which is
Yeah.
coming out soon.
Yeah, I saw that.
At Gage Park, and I had my kids, and I was like, okay, the next day, I wrote the verse, and I wrote it and recorded it that afternoon, and I wanted to get it out as
Mhm.
soon as possible. So then I ended up reaching out to Wasted Youth is his Instagram account. He's an artist from Hamilton. And I was like, yo, I have this idea for this video, but I want to get it out tomorrow. What's your night look like? This was at like 7 p.m. And he's like, I'm at my daughter's soccer game until 8, I think, and then I'll be back at my studio by like 9 if you want to do it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So then we shot the video. So that was another I wrote the verse the afternoon, recorded it, mixed it, shot the video that night, and then it was out the next day. And we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be at the Toronto show.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Toronto show regardless. Hopefully, I'll be on stage. And if not, it's all practice. It's all exercise. It's all like I'm making stuff that I'm proud of and I think is cool. So
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. What is I'm interested. I know you already. I probably would have guessed for myself, but like for the audience, what does a studio session when James Favron walks into the studio look like? For
that
me, I know James Favron is walking in the studio and is laying down 50 songs and he's out.
oh, that bar is high. It totally depends on what I'm there for. Like if I'm making my own music, I work alone most of the time.
And
It's
you
just
make
me.
everything like
Yeah, I'm just like I've got instrumentals. There's a couple producers who I just like buy their beats online.
yeah.
And I'm just like here. I'm just writing songs by myself, making shit. Or I'm like making beats by myself. which I'm getting more into now. It's all like time stuff too. Part of the reason that I don't spend a lot of time in the studio, because between like content and the fashion brand and like performances and like all this stuff, I don't have a lot of time to just like sit in the studio and like play, which I miss doing so much. But where we live in such a fast-paced environment as creators right now.
Yep.
That it's a balancing a lot of things. So for me right now, it's more like I have to be more sort of focused on like being prolific and like making stuff consistently.
Yep.
So I have to learn how to do that as quickly as possible without losing quality, right?
Yep.
So I don't have the luxury of like building things from the ground up, which I miss. It's a process that I miss a lot. But the idea is that like if I can learn to work faster and create more with that same standard of quality, then eventually that'll turn into a bigger fan base and more money and all these sort of things, so that I can slow down the process and build bigger. So right now, like if I'm recording myself, it's just me alone.
Okay.
And I'm just doing whatever I want to do. So if I'm like in a writing session, or if I'm going to like, if I'm doing like a verse for somebody else, even then, like I am so bad. I'm just like, I'll send it to you. I don't want to come into the studio for like.
When you write a verse for someone else, like, is it?
If I do like a feature for somebody.
Feature, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm just like, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Sorry to interject, but have you written for any artists?
Like features?
No, features. Like actually writing like verses for them, or hooks, all that.
Not like formally. Have I done that? I don't know. I know that I've been like in writing groups where I've written parts that other people have performed.
Okay.
If we're like at a songwriting camp, like I go to there's this organization in Toronto called Beat Cave, and they do songwriting camp. So sometimes, when there's 5 or 6 artists in a room, it's like I've written like hooks for female singers that are like, there's no way I'm going to touch it, but I had the melody or the lyric idea or whatever. So I've done that kind of thing. But have I been a ghostwriter for anybody? No. And I don't. Why would I? Like, if I'm going to write something, it's going to be fire, and I'm going to deliver it. Like, that's crazy.
I can respect that.
I wouldn't even sell a verse. I mean, maybe call me on this, depending on who comes to the door and how big the suitcase is full of money. But, like, I'd rather figure out how to monetize myself by, like, marketing and selling myself as an artist than to sell a verse to somebody else. I want it if I'm going to write it, because otherwise I'm going to like half-ass it, and then I'm not going to be proud about it anyways.
You think so?
Well, because I wouldn't want to get, as soon as I write something great, I'm like, no.
Oh, you want to keep
it's mine, yeah. yeah. Let me find a beat that this will work with. I'm going to just like flip the script. So rather than get into that, I'll just write my own stuff.
I respect
and
that.
Honestly, like, if you can't write your own songs, what are you doing?
But I mean,
inspiration is fine, collaboration is fine, but like, if you're hiring a ghostwriter for a verse, get out of here. Go away. You're not a rapper.